Hey everybody, and welcome to Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube. I hope you guys enjoyed that cool meme. It is a very cool. And of course, Richard Hart with Pulsechain leading the DeFi revolution and saving the rec plebs and from fake DeFi. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, man, Christmas week is on. And of course, title of the video today, the Pulsechain Christmas Giving Tree. We're going to check out all the markets. Pulsechain's looking pretty nicely, slowly moving up there. Adding to your Christmas bags. It's pretty awesome. We're also going to look at PulseX, pretty much at the precipice of hitting 3% on the public buy and burn. Wow. As we say, it's going to be pretty amazing. Let's get into it, folks. Let's see who's jumped in the chat there. Hello, how are you today? Lies Beneath is in the house with the ultimate strategy there. Hex, EX, PLS, PLSX, and it's in it for the win. 100%. That is the maxi strategy of this channel. Pumpkin Owl in the house there. Hoot. Hello. Good to see you, Pumpkin Owl. And we've got Abdul is in the house there. Apparently has some secrets. Who else has jumped in here? We got Crypto Dan as well. Let's go. Good to see you, Crypto Dan. Hope everybody is doing well there. You too. It's Christmas week. I hope you guys are getting your shopping done and everything else like that. What else have we got? Brian, our community leader in the house. What's up, folks? Good to see Brian. Excavator as well, helping to build out America's infrastructure. Well needed, of course. A big shout out to Excavator. Who else we got in the house there? Wookie feels the force. Yeah, I guess that meme fits pretty well with your Star Wars powers there, Wookie. Let's see who else has jumped in here. We got Crypto Neptune. Hello, everybody. Good to see Crypto Neptune. Brendan says, bravo. Oh, bravo, Brendan, bravo. What else there? We've got Ivor in the house there. Yo. Good to see Ivor. Welcome. Now, if you guys are new to any of the channels that we're streaming on, 3 channels, over 10,500 subscribers, then smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for new videos, of course, and get into our Discord links in the video description. It's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, we're really going to get into some of the content today, which is going to start off with the stock market. We're going to go through the markets and get into it. So let's do it. Without further ado, as we say, bam. There we go. So stock market has had a real tear, a Christmas run, really great. But today it pulled back with some profit taking, which is in the game, right? In the game. And we saw the Dow Jones there down 1.3% at 475 points, down to 37,082. We've seen the S&P 500 down 0.5%, 70 points to 4,700. And finally, the NASDAQ with all the tech companies down 1.5%, 225 points to 14,777 at the moment on the stock market. So it was being green. Just one profit-taking day today. Probably not too surprising in the lead up to Christmas. And we got the volatility index up 9%, and the US dollar is up, making a little bit of rebound. It's actually shaved off quite a bit, the US dollar, over the last week or two from memory, and we're at 102 at the moment on the US dollar. Let's have a quick look at the commodities. We got West Texas at $73 and Brent oil there at 79, both pretty flat from the looks of it, slightly down. And then, of course, gold is at 2,043 and silver at $24.44. Is gold and silver set to do really well like crypto in 2024? I think so. With the interest rate pivot and the US dollar depreciation, I'm sure that's going to be a blast. So that's pretty much it on the commodities. Let's jump into crypto, which is green. Yeah, baby, yeah. We got Bitcoin at $43,063 there. We got Joey Torres in the house there. Hi, all. And Tin Top as well. What's up, Hexicans? Good to see you, Tin Top. And my voice is almost able to do that again. Anyway, so Bitcoin is up 3% at $43,632, looking like a boss. And the dominance in crypto is at 51.66%. So kind of just sitting in that range there. Ethereum is at $2,195, up almost 0.75% there. The standout there is Solana, the VC chain as they call it, $81.63, up 12% there. And I note that it crossed XRP again, trying to target Ethereum. But of course, bring on Pulsechain. We're on the target of Ethereum's back, so we'll get there eventually. What else we got there? BNB is up 2.7%, XRP up 1.83% there, and ADA there at 1.9% there. So those are the leaders at the moment. Let's go over to Bitcoin, have a deeper look at that. So this is the Bitcoin chart at the moment. We had quite a green chart. So this come down a little bit here on the hourly. This is on the hourly on Coinbase. You can sort of see we had a nice ride up here back up to 44,000. Just back down here at the moment. Let me just change the view here to the day. This is the daily candle. Look at that. It looks really good, doesn't it? And so looking hot to trot is old Bitcoin, man. It's looking good. Yeah. So at the moment, 43,623. The high of the day, 44,324. That's today, like a boss. And riding that 20 EMA there like a champion. Looking really good. And you guys know what's coming up. We're looking at our micro map. This is our big picture items. And BTC ETF coming up closer and closer and closer. It's going to help hold up crypto during what is typically quiet time, isn't it? Although sometimes we do rally out of that Christmas period. The New Year period, I should say. So we're at the 10th of January. So let's see how many days there's that to go. We're really getting there, aren't we? Pretty quickly. What about 3 weeks? 3 weeks to go, man. That's not a lot. So how high are we going to go here? We're going to break the 50K. 50K, it's definitely doable, man. It's definitely doable. Obviously, that 45 to 48K is a lot of resistance. But, man, maybe the market's just going to do it. Now, obviously, they've talked about, Saudis and oil money and all sorts of stuff coming in to hyper pump Bitcoin if the ETF gets approved. And some people talk about some crazy numbers like $1 million. I'm not in that camp. I definitely think that, we're going to get some serious money coming in. But, yeah, not quite in that camp there. But, man, there's going to be some crazy stuff there. Big money is coming. And if it comes in a big, big way, especially if all money comes in with Wall Street money, man, it's going to be pretty insane there. All right, so everything's looking pretty good. We've got Ethereum ETF window is probably going to be pushed back to May. So I'm going to probably move this area here. And, of course, we covered that yesterday. And Bitcoin halving is in April there. So we'll probably end up pulling this Ethereum back here. I'm just going to get the actual dates to do that. In the meantime, let's look at the Bitcoin ETF window, which is only 3 weeks away. And, of course, we've had some more meetings, folks, just before the end of the year, before everyone goes on their holiday. Maybe some of these guys from the SEC go up to their somehow they go up to their Colorado houses, or they go to the Aspen houses, or wherever they're going. That you get what I'm saying here, right? Whatever they're going to be doing. BlackRock, NASDAQ, SEC meeting regarding Bitcoin ETF. This is the second meeting in a month between the parties about rule changes required to list the Bitcoin ETF. It's looking so good, so good, folks. I don't think we're going to get that 10% chance of a fail. Really does lining up pretty nicely, folks. Representative from BlackRock, NASDAQ, and Securities Exchange met for the second time in a month to discuss rule changes that are necessary to list the Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, according to the published memo. There's the memo there, of course. That is David Rumis there, Office of the Market Supervision, Division of Trading and Marketing, 9th of December there, 2023. So hot off the press there, meeting with BlackRock. Yeah, iShares Bitcoin Trust, let's go. And, of course, here you can see all the people from BlackRock, right? And you're going to own nothing and you're going to love it. That's the old thing, right? Okay. Got to make all these political digs while I'm there, right? Discussion concerned the NASDAQ Stock Market LLC's proposal rule change to list and trade shares of the iShares Bitcoin Trust under NASDAQ Rule 5711. And, of course, this rule establishes specific criteria and regulatory guidelines for the listing and trading of commodity-based trust shares on the NASDAQ exchange, and details the requirements for initial and continual listing, along with surveillance and compliance measures to ensure market integrity, protection against fraudulent activities. Now, obviously, we're looking eventually, this is a little bit of a different topic, we're looking to get that Hex Investment Trust on there. So Kinetics and Wales only, come on, let's go. And, of course, as CoinDesk previously reported, the inclusion of a surveillance sharing agreement aims to mitigate market manipulation risks associated with crypto trading, something the SEC is very concerned about. The groups also met in November to discuss the same topic. And, of course, at this November meeting, BlackRock provided a presentation that detailed two models, in-kind and in-cash redemption, for supporting their proposed ETF. Now, we're going to look at the in-kind one. Now, obviously, the ones that look like they're going to get approved are the in-cash ones, so cash delivery, as opposed to in-kind. So we're going to check out that in a minute. Recently, BlackRock revised its spot Bitcoin ETF proposal to include cash redemptions, aiming to meet SEC preferences. That's a very important thing. They do prefer the cash one. So the in-kind settlements are going to be, or redemptions going to be a lot more difficult to get through. I think they're eventually going to get pushed through, but it could be quite hard. Microsoft's Michael Saylor said on Bloomberg TV appearance this week that the potential Bitcoin ETFs might be the biggest Wall Street development in 30 years, possibly triggering a significant bull run for Bitcoin in 2024 due to increased demand and supply shock, and I don't doubt that. I think it's going to be absolutely mega. This is about as big as it gets. What sort of players are we going to get coming in through these ETFs too? Sovereign funds, oil money. I mean, it could be huge, folks. It really could be huge. Of course, people don't have to use the ETFs, but it's going to be pretty relatively cheap to do it through the ETF. So it's going to be a lot more pressure on exchanges, as we covered the other day as well. So super bullish, folks. Now, some of the other stuff that just happened as well, not only BlackRock, but James Steffert, the top analyst in Bitcoin ETFs, talked about Grayscale meeting up with the SEC again regarding the GBDC. And you can see here from David Remus here, Office of Market Supervision again, 9th of December, meeting with a Grayscale. Look at this. These are the lineups here, including Michael Sonoshin, we covered yesterday, and a go. Now, a Grayscale is not giving up on its in-kind, and we talked about that in-kind, right? So most of them are going to be cash, or they're all going to be cash, is the preference of the SEC. But at least one or two of them, as I understand it, including Grayscale, are fighting for in-kind transactions. So there is part of their presentation there. So all else equal, in-kind creations and redemptions are more efficient and therefore more beneficial to EPT investors. So they're going to try and do that as well. However, in the context of spot Bitcoin ETPs, not all authorized participants can facilitate in-kind creations and redemptions. Even for those APs that can facilitate in-kind creations and redemptions, I understand that the staff has raised questions regarding regulatory changes. We believe offering both in-kind and cash creations and redemptions is the best interest in investors because it supports a deeper, more robust primary market, resulting in a more efficient ETP price structure there. Grayscale stands ready to offer both in-kind and cash creations and redemptions. Today, we would like to walk through some of the factors we have considered and how we have addressed the staff's expected concerns, as well as important tax considerations there. So there it is, folks, and you can see a lot of the landscape issuers there. In-kind here, you've got all the different issuers here, iShares, State Street, etc., all listed up there, Goldman Sachs. So there we go. That's some of the evidence there from the presentation, and they got more details around that too, which you can check out there as well. Kind of cool. So it's got all the definitions there, and if you want to see a visual of that model, this is a visual of the in-kind redemption model as opposed to the cash one. And there's just a quick there. You can pause that if you like and check that out. I'm not going to go through that, but that is what they're trying to get in addition. But once again, you don't really care. You just care about the ETF coming and the cash settlements. It's going to be all good. But folks, it's really ramping up. It's getting close. So really, really excited about that. And so this is looking pretty good. Very high chance here of approval and no disappointment. And yeah, Bitcoin set to travel up and up and up and away 3 more weeks. Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. And of course, let's go over to Ethereum. Ethereum at the moment, it's taking a little bit more heat. Obviously, there's talk about the Celsius selling as well. We've also seen, what else was the other thing I was going to say? Celsius selling, Ethereum there. Oh, the ETF being pushed out until May from March. So that's probably those two factors there, just keeping the lid a little bit on the Ethereum move. But hey, look, the market might just very well go once Bitcoin just keeps pushing up higher. You can see here, you can see that news taking impact. And so we'll just see. It's going to probably just be a bit of a lag before the market sort of ignores that news and keeps pushing higher with Bitcoin, is my guess there. So yeah, that is looking pretty good. We obviously crossed below the 20 EMA though. So really getting above that's going to be pretty important. But I think Bitcoin will probably drag us there as well. As you guys know, 2400 was looking very good for the altcoin season type of takeoff. But with that news around, the deferment from March to May for the ETFs for Ethereum, we'll see how that goes. And of course, that selling by Celsius there. In any case, we've had quite a wide range today, from the high of $2,264 to a low of $2,156. We're currently not quite just at the bottom of that range, top of the bottom of the range. They're at 2196, so $2,196 at the moment. Not too bad though, holding up pretty well. All right, so that is Ethereum, and bam, let's get out of there. We're going to get into Pulsechain pulse gains. Everyone like Pulsechain pulse gains? The Pulsechain Christmas giving tree, as we say. Day 222 results. That's what we're going to get into. Before we do that, though, let's catch up in the chat. Say hello to a few more of our friends in there that have arrived. Yo, glad you're back, Super. Hey, glad to be back, Harry Williams. And of course, voices. Oh no, it's not quite perfect, is it? But it's getting there, getting back up there. What else there? Surely Fortress is in the house. Yeah, buddy. Good to see you. Andrew Reynolds as well. Morning all. Welcome to the chat. Brennan says, "Pump my bags." BlackRock. Yeah. You're gonna own nothing, Brennan, and you're gonna like it. That's what I'm gonna say. Kind of cool. All right. In kind, in case. I mean, yeah. No, not cash. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go to the Pulsechain, shall we? Bam. It is getting hotter here. Of course, we're moving into our summer. It is officially summer, of course, December, but we really kind of, it's always, actually, it's not been too bad the last week, actually, but definitely it's getting warmer and warmer and warmer, so it's looking pretty good. Hopefully we'll have a nice warm summer on us, for us. Do we have Clinchins in the house there? G'day, Mr. Hex Token and crew. Hey, good to see you, Clinchins. Welcome to the chat as well. All right, we got Pulsechain at the moment, day 222, can you believe it? And of course, here we are on the 21st of December for those of us down under, and the 20th of December for those still up in the Northern Hemisphere. Prices are quadruple 0617, up 4.25%. I'm glad to report 62% of the sacrifice price is slowly moving up, just slowly inching up there. The Pulsechain Christmas giving tree is bearing fruit, as we say. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0173, up almost 6%, like a boss. And I do think that's the pick of the season. Now, it doesn't look like, it's really hard to tell, but it doesn't look like that Power City is going to be launching Earn Protocol before Christmas. Is it going to do it between Christmas and New Year's, or is it going to do it in the new year? And that's kind of looking increasingly likely. And so we'll see how they go with that. They may surprise us. You just never know. But at the moment, 6% on that one. The buy and burn, though, that is the talk of the town. That's the title of the video. We're basically at 3%, 614.9 billion PulseX bought up and burned. And you can see there we're at 2.99, but that's going to probably creep there to 3% today. So that's why I thought I'd front run that on the title. But that is pretty much where we are, 3% of the public supply. Isn't that awesome? It really is cool. Now, you can see the indicated public supply here is 21 trillion. Unlike Pulsechain, which is start off at 15. You remember that, 15? It's hit 16. Now, obviously, that has inflation from validators, and of course, it has deflation mechanisms, but, you know, a lot of inflation there from validators, and it just doesn't give us rounding, right? So there's no decimal place there. So, yeah, and at the moment, we've got 21 here, which is pretty much, it gets a bit like a balloon. It just slowly deflates there as the air gets let out. So PulseX is kind of bullish like that. And we're up, yeah, almost 3%. It's pretty awesome. I can't say enough about that. And the price is starting to slowly creep up on people, right? Slowly creep up. We're at 17.3% of sacrifice price. But, man, it's probably going to run away. This PulseX price is going to run away possibly. Now, the only hindrance, of course, is the sacrifice model and whales. So they're really the only hindrance there in the system. But, you know, once you start getting uptrend, good feelings, good sentiment, you may be able to absorb some of their sales like we had the other day, right? We had the 500,000 sell. PulseX absorbed it and moved back up. So that's kind of bullish on that point of view. Now, one pulse at the moment, we get 3.56 PulseX. So Pulse is still pretty strong versus PulseX at the moment, but how long will that last? We'll see. And incentive token there at the moment is at 54 cents, up 6.4, so maybe say 6.5%. The ratio to Pulse is 8,817, well over 19 million in supply now, with 116,000 burned through the TRH protocol from Jacob's ecosystem. Hex at the moment, yeah, let's talk about Hex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Hex is at 1 cent, which is pretty tidy. And we got EHEX there at 5200th of a penny. So together it is at 1.5 cents. It's over 1.5 cents there at the moment. So this is looking steady. Remember, our recent high that we had was 3 cents for a combined price. So we're half of that. But I feel like things are really starting to break out here. Probably what's going to be most interesting is the Pulsechain price. So let's check that out for day 200. Before we get into that, though, no, actually, we're going to come back to Validators. So let's go to the Pulse, and we can see here's the Pulse chart. Look at that. Do you like that? I like it. It's looking pretty good. Look at all those green days. It's been a while. Is that right? When was the last time we had that? We had a couple of times with these green runs, and we've got nice green runs on at the moment. Looking pretty good. Let's go to have a look at that. So over the last 8 days in a row, that's pretty good. Right, so last 8 days we've been as high as 36%, currently up about 34% at the moment over 8 days. So there we go. The important stuff is we're in the top half of the Bollinger Band there too. I guess if you want to, let's go full screen on this, Suresh. Go full screen. And this is our full screen since the beginning of Pulsechain. Obviously, here's the SEC event here. And of course, we were pretty much at mean sacrifice price at that time. And then SEC event happened. We had a quasi V recovery, which ended up failing out the back end there. Remember, we had about $3 million come through the bridge there and help push that back up. And down we've come. We've had about 2 or 3 major DAI bridge events where the DAIs come back over. We've had DAI come back over. And the biggest thing, as I said, liquid loans with the stablecoin is starting to replenish the stablecoin aspect of Pulsechain, which is very important. And soon we're going to have PulseX, Power City with PXDC. And these are going to get into tens of millions of dollars of stablecoins through those protocols, as well as PUSD, which we're going to talk about later on. So that's kind of cool. Now, you can see we're on this third run there. So if you think about it, we've had a couple of little runs here back here in August, another little tiny run here in September, and really this big run here in October was really, really good. And we had another one here in November. So we're starting to get runs, right? Starting to get these little teasing runs here. And we have got higher lows, right? So if you think about it, we had a couple of lows here, of course, double bottom one might argue, and then, of course, slightly higher low, another higher low, and another higher low. So it's kind of looking good. We just need to break over these ridges here and up and away there. Now, I know that if you draw a nice little line, let me just draw a nice little line there. Hopefully we'll be able to get on that. We're kind of breaking out, right? Breaking out of that wedge there, right? So breaking out there, look at that. That's pretty good. I think we're on and up, folks. It's going to be looking pretty good for Pulsechain. And you can see that here. Isn't that cool? That is very cool indeed. So that long top from the top to these other tops, really breaking out right now. This looks like we're happening today, folks. Today is it. Today is a clear sign that we're moving above out of that zone there with a higher low. So everything's looking pretty good, folks. Starting to feel a bit optimistic about that. The other thing is also it's a Christmas gift. You know, that's why I said the Pulsechain Christmas gift keeps on giving, and it's looking pretty good. Now the RSI's come off the bottom here. We've still got quite a bit of way to run there. The 59. What we really want to see is sort of coming up here. Hopefully we'll bust through there and then come back and bounce off this area, right? Bounce off 7,800 or something like that, right? We want to bounce off that territory and test it and bounce off it again. So that's what we're going to look out for, is that run up there. So kind of cool. Let's see how we go. Hopefully we don't get rejected for the third time. We have got all the higher lows, as I say, and we have busted out of that big long-term ascendancy there. So that's kind of cool. All right. That is Pulsechain, Pulse Gains. PulseX also doing pretty similar as well. Looking pretty nicely on the top of the Bollinger Bands, bullish. And, of course, up there, 41%, has been as high as 43. And once again, if we take a bigger view of this, let's have a look at the bigger view. That is where that's where we're running at the moment. So pretty similar story as the Pulsechain. We're at the top of the Bollinger Bands, looking pretty good. But, of course, we've got a lot more work to do with PulseX. But we've got the bullishness of Power City Earn Protocol coming, and potentially tens of millions of dollars being created from that system. And that will help replenish us from the bridge stablecoins that left the system, right? Remember, it was around, what did I say last time? It was about 40 billion around that. And already we've got about, how much we got through liquid loans? Quite long. Let's have a quick look at liquid loans. I wasn't going to do that, but we're going to do it. And have a quick look at that. Bam, bam, bam. So let's jump over here and let's have a look at the timer there. Look at that. So we're almost 50% back, man. Just with the liquid loans alone, we're almost at $20 million in stablecoins from liquid loans. This is how powerful these internal stablecoins are, and also gives you protection over the bridge risks as well. If you consider that there are some theoretical risks, say, or potential risks is probably a better word. But $19.85 million in USDL, isn't that fantastic? That really is good. And obviously they're not all slushing around. 15 million of them are in the staking there, which is 76%. But hey, look, most of the rest is sitting in liquidity pools with, and maybe maybe $1 million or $2 million bucks in people's wallets. So that's kind of the play there. And that will probably start moving around more and more, sloshing around. But really, really terrific stuff happening there. And, of course, we know we're heading towards 5% of Pulse being stuck in the liquid loans as well. That's heading up pretty nicely. So, bullish. And then we've got Power City with the Earn Protocol with PXDC coming. And hey, look, that's probably going to do tens of millions as well of stable coins and get us back to those stable amounts that left the bridge on the SEC event. So this is the power of these protocols. The other one, of course, is a PUSD algo. We're going to come out with that. Now, there's a caveat to PUSD algo. We'll talk about that when we get there. But apart from that, it's getting good, folks. It is really, really exciting. Now, as these big TVLs or these big stable coins and all the rest of the stuff that comes with it, leverage gets in there, it may make whales a lot more sticky to the system and less likely to keep dumping on things and stuff like that as the market moves higher. So, fingers crossed. There's always going to be dumping whales. That's just the way it goes. But it certainly adds to the strength of the longer-term value of the chain. So that is looking pretty good for there. Let's go to the incentive token. Incentive token there is at 54 cents. Before we leave, actually, let's do the RSI there. We're currently on 57 on the RSI there for PulseX. Hex at the moment. Hex. Let's get to it. PHEX, man, I'm really liking PHEX. I don't know, just I have a feeling. I know feelings aren't good TA or fundamentals, but just have a feeling that Hex is just starting to move to the right place. So it's kind of cool. Let's see how we go here. Let's pull up a little bit when we take to the top of these here. We're kind of breaking through that angular resistance there, isn't it? Looking kind of cool. More work to be done, but I just really feel like PHEX really starting to establish something here. And we'll be looking forward to see where it goes from here. We've definitely got plenty of room on the RSI. Oh, not the MACD. Let's talk about the RSI. RSI here is only at 52. Do you get my feeling? Do you get it? Get it? Okay, there's a bit of a TA substantiation of that feeling, but here we are, 52. We've got a long way to go. Looking good. And of course, as you guys know, the MACD's come through. Yes, it has. We had a fake out here, but we've had something real, something meaningful, something passionate for Christmas. How about that? Some passion juice. Your grandma's passion juice? I don't know. So kind of cool. That's looking good. All right. What else are we going to say about that? I think that's it on that one. So that's looking pretty good. We're slowly creeping up there on the PHEX there, and they can't keep Hex down, right? Can't keep Hex down. EHEX at the moment is at 52 hundredths of a penny, and this thing's going to probably blast to the upside. You watch it. You'll probably get another of these green vertical candles here. You watch it. It's going to catch people off guard there. Bam! It's going to go bam. We've got a higher low that's intact. So you just watch this thing. I bet it's going to do it. I bet it. All right. So we're down on, and look at the RSI. We're way down here at 47 at the moment, 47. So with Bitcoin and Ethereum looking so bullish, you can imagine these things are probably going to absolutely super hyper rally there too. So fingers crossed. Let's see how we go. I haven't got the combined chart up today, but that's cool. That's cool. We're at 1.5 cents. Let's go to the validators. Another big part of the story is there's two main things about Pulsechain for me. One is that Pulsechain is the people's chain. It is really validated from people around the world. We got how many people at the moment? We got 50,137 validators around the world. You can see the globe here. It's got the people's chain there on virtually every continent, which is pretty amazing. And 1.6 trillion is off the market, which is 10% of Pulse. So adding that with liquid loans that we talked about, we're heading towards 15% off the market from Pulse, which is a beautiful thing as well. Now, what I want to talk about is David Feder. Who is actually leading the domination there, Validatorstore.com at 55%. Now, I did see something funny before I get into David Feder's comment. Someone put out there, is David Feder setting up for a 51% attack on the chain? I thought that was pretty funny. Maybe you guys can see the humor in that too. But that was pretty funny. I saw a comment and David replied back with some pretty good reply there. But in any case, on a serious note, David Feder, time to update your Pulsechain validators to the latest version. New version of GoPulse just released. So if that's you, just take into account. He's got some free tutorials there on his validatorstore.com. So big shout out to David there. All right, looking good. I'll leave a link to that post if you want to update your validator. Validator update. And bam, you can check that out. So that is from David Feder. What else there? I think is it? Oh, we got a couple of comments here. So let me just jump through that. We got Superman's TA is on points, says Brennan. Yeah, that big wedge breakout. Yeah, looking good. Morning all. Craig Pittenhouse. Hey, Craig, good to see you. Welcome to the chat as well. Hope everybody is having a good time setting up for their Christmas family days and getting some cool presents. Don't leave it too late because it can put real stress on. I've done it so many times where I've shot really late, and man, I thought, oh, it's going to be easy. But then when I get there and I was going, oh, what did this person actually really want? And then that's really nice. And then it takes a lot longer than you think. All right. And then the stores are about to close sometimes. That's that late. But anyway, moving on. All right. So that is looking pretty good. Let's go to the gas prices. Gas prices have been amazing. So I said to you two big things about Pulsechain. One is the People's Chain. And number two, it's the leader in DeFi. It really is leading in DeFi. And I'm going to talk about that topic about innovation on Pulsechain because it's a really big deal. I have seen some people out there talking about, oh, we need innovation in DeFi on Pulsechain. And yet, on the other hand, on one hand, they're saying that, but then on the other hand, they're shooting down innovative projects. I'm just like, you can't have both, right? You can't want to have innovation on and deeply DeFi and then shoot down projects that are actually trying to offer that up. I mean, it doesn't make no sense, right? So I'm very supportive of innovative DeFi projects on Pulsechain, and it's about keeping an open mind. Obviously, you got to look at the structure of what the people are doing and the proposition, all that sort of stuff. But other than that, really excited about Pulsechain leading the DeFi revolution. How does it do that? It does it in many ways. So let's talk about some of those here. So the beats at the moment on Pulsechain is 155,000 beats, which is pretty cheap at the moment. We saw about 2 days ago it went down to like 60,000 beats, which was just insanely cheap. But the price at the moment, 0.3 of a penny for PulseX swap. And Pulse transfer is 2/200 of a penny, and a PRC20 transfer at the moment, 600th of a penny. So super cheap on Pulsechain to do business. 13,000 times cheaper at the moment than Ethereum. It costs you $37.60 to do a swap in Ethereum, and we're not even at the top of the bull market. It will be costing you 150, 200 bucks or even more to do swaps on Ethereum. Uniswap would be crazy. We're already seeing that even some of the second layer chains, the Optimism, that also already having issues around speed and cost and things like that. So it's going to be fun to see that. We're at 60,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin. It really is a big deal. And so, yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. So let's put two arguments up. Let's say that one, when the bull market's fully on, people got the wealth effect. They're suddenly increasingly wealthy. But then secondly, they also want to go to a place where maybe it's a bit cheaper to operate and it's undervalued, and that is Pulsechain. So that was going to be a lot of fun to see that play out too. Now, what are some of the benefits of having a super fast, super cheap chain? There is a full system state fork of Ethereum, remember, from the 10th of May. And that is that you can do compounding DeFi protocols, and you can also do profit sharing as well. These two are big advantages over Ethereum and other chains. So it's a big deal, and we look forward to that as well. So compounding, profit sharing, these are two big traits of the DeFi protocols on Pulsechain. Obviously full DeFi. There's no real blocking of anything going on there like you see on Uniswap and other platforms that just block projects and basically, submit to their masters. And number three is innovation. And this is a growing thing. We want projects to innovate. So how do we do that? There's no VCs in Pulsechain. There's no venture capitalist stuff, right? This is more of a Solana type thing. Really, it's about the community. If you like an idea, you need to support the idea, because not all the teams are loaded full of cash, right? And some of those propositions that maybe some of the teams have require quite a bit of cash. So there's a couple of things to go on there. But maybe they have the skill to execute a great idea. Maybe you like that great idea. Maybe you think it's structured well. Maybe that's something you can consider. So there's some of the things there. Just food for thought. Anyway, we're on just finished day 222 on Pulsechain, looking like a boss before Christmas time. And of course, we've got nice appreciation going on in the chain here. And what's pivotal today, a pivotal break of the wedge to the upside there, looking really good. That's going to lead us into the other categories, of course, of Pulsechain, the top PRC20s, category number 2, as I call it, outside the Richard Hart tokens. And let's have a look at some of the top liquidity pools. I always sort it by liquidity with the going through the top numbers there. Now we've got PDIE has made a major break to the upside. And of course, you can't keep this thing down apparently. But look at that. Woohoo! Up and away. Look at that thing. It is up and away there. So they had some pretty mad gains off this. We'll take it from there, and we're up about 150% in 6 days. So congratulations if you got a part of that bags. 150% there in 6 days. Pretty nice. So looking pretty good. And we got Wrap Bitcoin at the moment is also up pretty nice. $94. As you guys know, I talked about this the other day. Imagine if Wrap Bitcoin follows the Bitcoin craze up and to the right. When these Bitcoin ETF gets approved in 3 weeks' time, 9% chance that, of course. then, you know, imagine where Bitcoin could head over the next bull market with all this money coming in. Just the brand alone for Wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain could get just go a mega times up, you know, 10x, 20x, I don't know, could be pretty huge. So keep an eye out on this one. Like I say, it's $94 at the moment, not for investment advice, but yeah, it's going to be fun to see that as well. And, you know, let's have a quick listen to Richard Hart because he talked about this as well. Let's quickly have a look at his video. I think I've got it here on this topic. So let's bring him up on this one. You guys might remember this video. I think I've got it here still. Here we go. Let's listen to this.
Yeah, we're going to have your code and your ticker on this network, and you can't stop it from being traded.
Right.
And so there's a derivative, and then if there's liquidity bonding the prices together, so if, you know, let's say you have Chainlink on Ethereum, and then after launch, you know, price bounces around a while, but I bet that over time that these prices will move similarly.
Right.
Right. I think that the Link ticker on Pulsechain is likely to move similarly to the Link ticker on Ethereum.
Right. Just because of the bridge, right? And
well,
I mean,
because they're bonded by the liquidity.
Right.
And then it's the same code with the same ticker. Now, do you want to pay $100 or $300 to trade it on Ethereum, or do you want to pay a penny to trade it over here? And we already know this answer because they're doing it on other networks as well.
Yeah.
You know, people do trading on alternate networks, and then we're the one that you don't like. Your coins are already here. You don't even have to bridge over.
Right.
You've already got your free coins here. You can already access them by changing one setting in your MetaMask. It's awesome. Like,
dude, it sounds
well.
It sounds pretty awesome.
Well, that's the trick.
Already,
that's the magic. Is you launch this whole network with all these new coins. How do you get those new coins to be valuable?
Right.
But by not letting anyone ever stop the trading, by having the same tickers, and by giving people a reason to back the value of the things they got free.
Right.
By rewarding them with a yield farming token. It's like a giant vampire attack, basically. It's a giant vampire attack.
All right, so that's a nice flashback from Richard there with Hex Socials. And yeah, what's Wrap Bitcoin going to do on the back of the narrative of a Bitcoin hyper pumping? So going to go to 150K. Is it going to head towards $1 million over a period of time? It's going to be pretty crazy to see where Wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain goes, which is a copyright of the Ethereum Wrap Bitcoin, which is also obviously custodially backed by a Bitcoin from the original Bitcoin chain there. So it's going to be fun to see that. And so far, it's up and away. The other one, of course, is Treasury Bill, up 41%. That's a new coin on Pulsechain, right? A teddy bear there as well is up 59%, and that has been operating like a boss. Obviously, going on the back of the theme of Richard's golden teddy bears, I guess. It's a golden teddy bears. And that's up pretty vertical. So the pump on this has been pretty mega. We saw that 150%. I'm not even sure what this one is because it won't show me the percentage, but that is pretty mega today. Massive upgrade there. I'm not sure why the ruler's not showing that increase, but let me try that one more time, see if I can get that showing. That's going to show. No, not sure why that's not showing on that move, but anyway, up massively. And look, it was all the way down at 2,000 with 8 zeros. It's now got 7 zeros at 1,400 there, so up multiple times there. So doing pretty well. Atropa is also up 33%. Obviously, people tie Atropa to die there, and that's doing pretty well on the ascendancy as well. And that's up pretty much. Are we going to get a proper ruler this time? Is it going to work? It is 150% there, 150% gains on this as well in 8 days or 6 days, 7 days really. So it's doing pretty well on Atropa. So some of those were out of, remember they were out of interest. No one's really cared for them for a couple of weeks after they had the big boom. Now they're back booming again. So fun times as Pulsechain starting to rise there. Now let's have a look at our two meme coins. SHIB at the moment up 11% and Pepe up 13%, both copies of Ethereum, of course. Let's have a quick look at SHIB. Probably both undervalued and probably both hyper pump in the move as Pulsechain keeps the cent moving up. And there we go. Look at that. We're up and away. So starting to build up there. Still relatively cheap, though, if you think about it in this range. So still probably a reasonably good entry. Obviously not financial advice. Will it get onto 9 inches as well? I don't know. But 9 inches has gone back over $10 million. Now over about $11 million on TVL. And of course, note tokens going to get a farm there from Randy Alaski. So some things happening there too. Pepe at the moment. So look at that. Pepe is also up the last couple of days. Not too bad. Let's have a look at the percentage. Pepe is up around 3 days. It does not actually give me the percentage for some reason. Not sure why that is, but it's up the last couple of days as well. All right, those are some of the leaders there. What else there? Plutos is up 15%. That's some of the highlights there. Yeah, all the rest of the pools are pretty small. Let's go to our third category, and of course that is meme coins. Let's have a look at that by liquidity. Everything. Note token. There we are from Randy Alaski. That is Note token versus Pulse. That has had some pretty interesting moves there. Let's have a look at the daily. We haven't got many days, of course. That is the daily chart there. What's going to happen with this chart? It's going to do a nice little curve up and to the right there. Let's see how we go. But definitely farm coming up for that, as I understand it. I don't think it's up at the moment, but I think it's coming up for that one. Randy did a live stream, I think, yesterday, just maybe only 12 hours ago or something on this one. So if you want to go check out Randy Alaski's channel, he's got his official launch video for that as well. What else? Those were originally airdropped to his Patreon members. So I think 100,000 to the standard member, and I think it was like 1 million to the VIP members. And I think it was probably just over 200 members there as well. But of course, been trading on the market now, so people have an opportunity to buy it. It's kind of the play. Reflux there is pretty much down a little bit there. What else is going on there? Dodge is up 31%. Nice little move from Dodge. I think this is the trust swap Dodge from Jeff Kadakis. Okay, so I think we've got 2 Dodges, I think. I'll have to go double check that, but I think this is the Jeff Kadakis one from TrustSwap, and that is up quite as well. I'm not sure what might happen to my percentages, but that is up pretty strongly too the last couple of days. Let's see what else there. More token is up 17% from Trayvon. What else? That's pretty much it from that one. So let's go to our final category, the main category, Pulsechain projects, and of course this is the one that really adds the value to the chain. Let's see how we're going there. The top TVL that I have on here, or liquidity, is 1.7 million for Algo with an FDV of 8.7 million. 9-inch here, is that on the up? It's up 2%. Are you guys still in 9-inch? Well, if you are, it's up 2% there. At least they're starting to do some YouTube videos, so I'm excited about that. That's positive. Randy's back now, so he's definitely going to be able to help 9-inch get their marketing up to a better standard. I think they've still got a lot more work to do, but hey, look, at least some things happening. They've got some more farm stuff coming up from the looks of it. So if you're in that project, then you probably get a little bit of a lift there as well. Let's see how we go. So that's 9-inch. We're going to talk about that separately. What token from Power City? This is the boss, man. Watch out for Power City. Power City is it's just looking like it's going to be a juggernaut. They are doing everything pretty much right, what I can see so far. $500,000 liquidity, so I guess you can't complain too much about that. And I think this is going to go up over time. So looking pretty good. Rockets on that one, and the chart's looking pretty strong. This is a good sign that the market's just not going to degen this project. The market is liking what they see. So I think this is going to be pretty fun to see this project roll out. Obviously, rewards and earn protocol coming. Power City, Portal X rewards and stuff like that. So I'm really optimistic about this. Obviously, I think there's probably a lot of the what tokens are staked, but just taking that into account, that's pretty neat. Has things happening there. All right, and man, tens of millions of stable coins coming. That's got to be a juggernaut for what token there. Kind of cool. What else is going on? Let's have a look here. Spark Swap up 12%. Loan token from Liquid Loans is up 6% today. So there we go. This might be an opportunity too, buying opportunity in this range. This is one of our it's our biggest project outside PulseX at the moment. Will Power City take it over? I should probably do a poll on that. Will Power City take it over? We should do a poll. I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to do a poll. Let's do it. I'm going to do a poll. Let's do it. Where's my poll here? I'm going to find that. I've got to change I'm on the wrong account, so let me just change that. That would be fun. Let's do a fun. That would be fun. All right. Let's get into it. We got time for it? Yeah, we have. We got time for it. So let's do it. Bum, 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 bum. Just got to wait. There we go. And start a poll. Yep, let's do that. Which will... Oh, wrong computer. Wrong computer. Which will have... Which project will have the highest TVL? And let's do Liquid Loans. And let's do Power City. And let's do do, what is the other one there we're going to do? PHUX. Is it fair to say PHUX or PHUX Universe? Let's do PHUX Universe. How about that, eh? PHUX, because we really need to combine all the PHUX Universe projects, which includes PHUX, Fatty, Famous, and Fiat. Yeah, PHUX Universe. Let's do it like that. I think that's fair because Power City is an ecosystem. Liquid Lines is an ecosystem, really, with the Pulsechain safe and the Fetch Oracle. Fetch Oracle will be a revenue orientated one with Oracle Reporter, so it does include that too. And I guess at the moment, 9 inch is kind of the next one, right? Is it 9 inch? Yeah. What's the other one? There's another one as well that's pretty decent. These kind of in the top tier, as we say. I'll leave 9 inch there for the moment, but it's not really an ecosystem at this moment. It's got double chains, 2 chains though, but we'll leave 9 inch in there at the moment, which is cool. Let's get in there. Which project will have the highest TVL? And it's just whatever you think over the time ahead. So there we go. Let's see what people think. Power to the people. Pulsechain. Power to the people. Getting that poll fix. I've just got it on the Hex Token channel at the moment. So there we go. All right. Let's see what the results are going forward. Now, just give you an idea of the TVL at the moment because there's 46 million in TVL on Liquid Lines at the moment. 46 million, like a boss. So just remember that as Pulse goes up, this TVL is going to go up too. Remember that. Whereas Power City, where they're going to have PXDC, it's going to have a TVL based on the PulseX, remember. But man, there's so much more PulseX relatively, this number of users, that the propensity is probably going to be pretty high for a lot of stable coins there too. Let's just go to Power City, have a quick look at that since we've just done this poll. And let's go to the apps there and let's check the Power City core and have a quick look at that. Remember, 9 inch is sitting at around 11.2 million at the moment, just on the Pulsechain side. It's bigger with the Ethereum, of course. But at the moment, the TVL for Power City at the moment, just based on the core, locking in the watt tokens, that's it, not including Earn Protocol or any of the other protocols, is at 6.7 million. So there we go. Where will it end up though with the PulseX staking and all that sort of stuff? PulseX and it's going to be pretty amazing. All right, so that's that, and we'll look at PHUX Universe. Even though there's multiple, right? There's multiple. There's PHUX, Fiat, and of course Famous as well. So I guess Famous you might want to do PH state amount there. So we've got 23.3 million in PHUX. Let's go to Fiat. This is their fork of Aave, right, from the PHUX Universe. So this is all under there. 5.2 million. Doesn't include the Ethereum side, which has got a couple million as well. And finally, Famous, right? Famous, the perpetual trading. And of course, this. Oh, why is that not coming in there? This seems to be down at the moment. I don't know why that's not showing. But anyway, can't see Famous. But Famous is there as well. Not sure why that's not coming up on the browser. But getting to the poll, let's see what the results will be soon. Talking about that was completely. I just did that on the fly, so not planned. And of course, let's get into it. That's pretty much it on those ones, I think. Are we? I think so. Internet Money is up 36%, like a boss. That's pretty good for Internet Money. So look at the price chart on Internet Money. Oh, look at that pump today. Look at that, bam. A lot of volume came in there, and it got pumped pretty nicely. Up 36% on Internet Money. So congratulations to you on that. Really looking forward to V1 commercial version with the final audits for Internet Money. I'll be talking about it a lot more after that. I've kind of restrained myself talking about that output to this point, other than news updates. That's pretty much it. So looking pretty good, folks, across the board. Let's have a quick look at 9 inch while we're here. Nothing really too much happening with 9 inch, but maybe a good pickup. Where's the BBC token? BBC at the moment is, where's BBC? 4 cents. Oh, 4 cents at the moment from the looks of it. So that's not too bad. And yeah, there we go. That's pretty much it. Let's go to the other one, which we're going to go to TRH from Jacob's Ecosystem. Talking about innovation earlier. This is obviously one of our best innovation systems. And we got TRH there. Had a big day yesterday, but it cooled off a bit today. But TRH is up 3.6%. Plants up 7.7%. there we are. That is on TRH. Looks like we'll probably have that launching in January, is my guess, given that we've had no other updates yet from Jacob, which is open, obviously, to him when he's ready to update. I want to get that third live stream coming up, so we will try and get that out when he's ready, right? We just have to wait for the developer on that one. All right, that's pretty much it. Let's jump away to the news today, which is Algo. We're going to talk about that. Now, Algo obviously is a sacrifice at the moment, but it's not one like any other, right? So 50% of the sacrifice proceeds will be going to the liquidity pools. They're going to set up at least 5 liquidity pools. And of course, 25% is going to go to the stability miner, which is part of the innovative secret sauce on keeping the PUSD pegged and you getting nice rewards as well. This is helps to solve the stablecoin trilemma, particularly around scalability, and would help expand the scalability and adoption of Pulsechain and attract potentially bigger players. The other side, of course, it has potential to create massive TVL and could be quite a behemoth there once the word gets out on the street about that. So it's kind of cool like that. 4 tokens, of course, and one of the tokens, which is Flex, is the incentive token. You earn that by doing any operation on the platform, which is pretty amazing. So anything you're doing, minting, stable coins, swapping, redeeming, staking, earning, whatever you're doing, you end up getting a share of the fees from the V3 DEX. So it actually has a utility that provides the fees. So it's pretty sound there as opposed to just inflation. Now, obviously, you can stake Algo, which is kind of like the Luna, and PUSD is like CST stablecoin, and you can earn part of the inflation, which would be much lower but still attractive compared to the Anchor protocol that was running on Terra Luna. The other thing, of course, is it's a completely different approach. It's full DeFi. There's no middleman, no human beings involved. There's no buying Bitcoin and all sorts of stuff like that. So it's a much better approach there. Full DeFi, automated, miner bots holding up the peg with limit orders and things like that. And of course, you get the benefit from that movements in the stablecoin as well as the growth of the protocol. So it's pretty cool. Now, Sacrifice is open at the moment. We're pretty much at $389,000, including the bonuses. Now, obviously, the one caveat is that Jacob needs to get a certain amount of capital to make this launch. Otherwise, he's talked about refunding otherwise. So just remember that. That's the one caveat. He is going to be looking at other promoters as well, other people that are going to be talking about it. But remember, this is going to potentially be the 4th stablecoin on Pulsechain. It's going to be an algorithmic stablecoin, which we don't have yet. You know, Coast is a fiat-backed stablecoin. USDL and PXDC from Liquid Loans and Power City forks of liquidity on Ethereum. And this will be the algorithmic coin, but with an innovative full DeFi approach. I'm pretty excited about where it could go. And the scalability is impressive. Could be really, really cool. So this is where it's at the moment. Now, obviously, accepted coins are on Pulsechain and Ethereum. You can use any of these coins here, stable coins, Pulse, PulseX, Hex, ETH, Wrap Bitcoin, Hex, etc. And all you have to do is send it to this address like normal sacrifices. However, this is not like other sacrifices, right? We know that 50% of the funds are going straight to the liquidity pools and 25% to the miner there, with the other 25% going to development costs, right? Because he's got a high performance European team that execute a lot of the stuff. Now, in terms of, there's 2 bonuses. The first bonus is the referral bonus. Now, I've got a 19% one in the link in the video description, so you can use that to get a really good bonus. That will give you your total amount with the referral bonus. Then after that, if you do over $1,000, you get a bonus X, what they call it. That's your second bonus. That's a random number. Currently, we're on day 26 of 45. But we've got 4 days left before the X random bonus. That's if you do over $1,000, jumps down with the lower end at 1.01. So if you do it now, you're going to get between a 1.25 and a 2x bonus X. That's your second bonus, and that could be really, really beneficial to you. So this person, for example, got a 90% referral bonus. They ended up doing over $1,000, and they got 1.62 bonus there, and that means that their total dollars went from 10,500 to 17,000, which is amazing. So for every dollar that you do get sacrificed, you get 20 algo coins, which is the main coin, which you use to mint PUSD, the stable coin. You get 200 Flex tokens, which is the incentive token for the protocol. That gives you a share of the V3 fees. And of course, then you get the reward token for PUSD stable, which is Wrap PUSD, and you get 0.01 for every dollar. So you can see, for the example, this person here got that 19% bonus plus a 1.62 bonus X. That means they had $17,000. So for every dollar, they got that rate at the above there. And of course, they ended up getting 341,000 algo, 3.4 million flex, and 170 wrap PUSD. And of course, it's ticking away. Time is ticking. 4 days left of this range before it steps down to the final range. Now, he may do an extension of the sacrifice. We don't know either. He's also looking at other influences as well covering it. So stay tuned for that. The other thing, of course, is the total supply is down the bottom here. At the moment, there's 12.2 million algo coins. Wrap PUSD is 6 million and 6,000, I should say, 143. And Flex at the moment is at 122 million, which is the reward token there, or the incentive token for the system. So that is the total supply. The link's in the video description. Check it out. There's all the docs, and I've done 2 big videos with Jacob on the ecosystem, so definitely check it out. The 4th major stablecoin on Pulsechain. Real benefit, scalability, the chance for multiple earning mechanisms on the platform, and a hybrid between utility and inflation for that as well. Inflation, of course, tied to growth. I'm so excited about that. So check that out. All right, let's jump over to hex.com, folks. Obviously, you buy Hex and you burn it for T-shares, and your T-shares start mining more Hex for you. Hex.com, links in the video description. Let's see what day it is. Day 1479 is what we're waiting. So in this case, day 222, is it? Is that what I said it was today? Let me just double check. I always forget sometimes. Yeah, day 222. Results, the 20th of December, 2023 on Pulsechain. 1 cent. Do you like that? Let's just take a moment and celebrate the 1 cent. I know you guys were probably here for 30 cents or 40 cents, but hey, look, it's a good milestone. We're back up there, 1.7%, and the bull market's just starting to warm up. Payout per T-share, 6.65 Hex per T-share today. We've got the share rate up 28 at the moment, up to 31,101. Earlier pays better in Hex. And of course, 6.8 for 2 years is the average mining length for all miners, 37% APY at the moment for existing T-shares. And let's have a look at the growth numbers in the ownership pool, up 185 T-shares. We're sitting at 9,771,000 T-shares in the ownership pool. Looking over to the lock percentage of coins on Hex, 9.78% of Hex is locked on the old Pulsechain. Pretty modest penalties today, pretty low. We've got 65 million, though, in the reward pool for the T-share miners to enjoy. And, of course, the growth numbers down 43 liquid holders at the moment, but up 11 miners. And so we've got 124,645 T-share miners on the old Pulsechain, looking like a boss for day 222 as we lead into Christmas Day. Now, Ethereum's not out today, but it'll probably be out in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. But in any case, we've moved on to day 1480. We're on year 5, can you believe, for Pulsechain? 1480, and of course we're on year 1 for Pulsechain, Hex on Pulsechain, which is day 123 now. So get into it, folks. Hex.com, check it out. Links in the video description. If you've got any questions, get onto Discord. Of course, we've got a crypto helpline, and we do our best to help everybody there. I think it's the only social Discord or platform in the Pulsechain Hex community where you can get that help. So definitely join up for that. All right, now if you want to join Discord, of course, that is here. Discord, Hex Token Discord. And of course, we've got a few snapshots here. Some of the different groups that you can get into. You can see we've got 7 main chat groups here, or actually 6 now. We've got the main chat, which is for Richard Hart tokens like Pulsechain, PulseX, and Hex. You can talk about stuff like that. Some general chatter. Also for Hex derivatives like Maximus and Icosa Hedron. You can talk about those sort of things. Soon it will be Magic Carpet Ride. With their steakhouse and things like that. You talk about all that sort of stuff. We've got Pulsechain token chat there. That's for all the Pulsechain projects. So you can talk about all of them. Get in there, folks. We have lots of intel and updates there, particularly members. A lot of members put in really good early information. So you're always getting access to early information on multiple projects on Pulsechain in there. And of course, Archie, Christian, and many others, and they're dropping lots of alpha there. About lots of projects. So we've also got NFT collection chat as well. You can talk about your NFTs and the NFT collections. Obviously, we've got 5 NFT markets open now with probably hundreds of NFT collections now. And of course, we've got 2 more big NFT marketplaces going to open soon, including Pixel Park and of course 9mm. So lots happening there. Price chats as well. If you'd like to talk TA and price chats, you can get in there and talk about any chart you like, including non-Pulsechain. Just get in there and have fun. Non-crypto, of course, you want to talk about non-crypto stuff, you can put it in there as well. We're pretty liberal on what you can talk about in there. And then finally, the crypto helpline. Got to get into that, right? Get some help. And of course, we've got a very safe environment in there to do it with some amazing moderators and incredible community members as well. There's about 1,240, 1,250 members in the Discord. So it's a great place to meet a lot of people as well. And of course, we've got several video chats and audio chats in there you can get involved with too, which is pretty neat. The other thing, of course, is we have useful links. So you've got all the useful links around Hex and Pulsechain and PulseX and much more. Maximus, Icosa, Hedron. We've got all the on-ramps, off-ramps, cross-chain bridges, all that stuff's in there, folks. It really is a powerful resource. We've also got project links as well, covering all the Pulsechain projects you get in there. And really, really great resources, these two at the top here. Pretty amazing. So definitely well worth getting it. Now you can become a general member. It is a private Discord now. Used to be public, and it's now private. And of course, the Discord membership is $5 a month, which is about 16 cents a day. It's pretty good value. And of course, you get access to a lot of cool things. A huge community of Pulsechain and Hex members, as well as all those chats, helplines, and much more. It's really, really great. Now you can see it's going to be pretty fun on there as well. I'm in there regularly as well. The other thing, of course, if you want to get into multi-chain top valued projects, we sort of give you a lot of ideas about what the best projects are, and of course give you all the intel and advantages of playing those protocols. And that's in the strategy club. That's $35 a month, and that's a great value. People are crushing it in the strategy club room. They're making really good. They're in just really the best projects and making really good coin. So it's the place to be, as we say. We talk about a lot of stuff we don't talk about here on YouTube, like strategy and things like that. We have a lot of discussions and talk about best approaches and the best projects. It really is amazing. Really enjoying that part of it. That is invisible to general members, by the way. That is because it's multi-chain, right? So we talk about ETH chain, Pulse chain, BNB, other chains like that. If they've got good projects, we'll talk about them. So it's kind of cool in there. All right, so links in the video description for that. So I hope you guys enjoy that one. Let's get back to Pulsechain. Pulsechain looking like a boss at the moment, and at a critical turning point from the looks of it too. Let's get back into the final comments here. Let's see what else we've got to say. We've got a few other people in the chat. Let's see where we get up to here. We got up to Tilly for Rilly in the house. Good to see Tilly for Rilly. Tomba says, Hex Token, are you going to do any interviews with anyone from Titanx in future? That's a possibility, Tom Boss. Hold your horses for that. Definitely, I had my voice, I had to be an issue, so definitely that's on Ethereum chain, so we might be talking about that coming up, possibly with the founder. Is PulseX not swapping correctly? PulseX incentive to Pulse can enable swap, but swap button doesn't go green, having used this for months flawlessly, but the last 2 days won't go past, up slip, but no good. I'm not sure what's happening there, Jimmy, but maybe use Patias as an alternative. That'd probably be a good way of getting the best rates as well, and getting MEV bot protection. Check My Pulse says, what's up, Hex Token family? Good to see Check My Pulse. What else there? Hello, Hex Token, everybody. Happy holidays. Well, we say Christmas holidays here, so happy Christmas holidays. Happy holidays is really an agenda to get rid of a Christmas word out of things. So we like to say happy Christmas holidays and happy holidays, Christmas holidays to you. All right, what else there? Charity says, Jimmy, get help on Superman's Discord. Safe help, link in the description. That's true, Charity. And a big hi with a big heart from Charity. Nice. What else there? Bob Wells says, hello, everybody. Good to see you, Bob. Hexavad as well. Power City, yo. Bob says, it's hard to say with Power City and Liquid Lines. All I know is I'm making rewards on Liquid Lines. Yes, you are indeed. It's looking pretty good. I know you guys are loving Liquid Lines, doing very well there. Bob says, I hope the Power City rewards are building in the background. Yeah, that PortalX must have made tons of fees and earnings. StakeX says, finally caught a live stream, brother. I haven't left. I just catch you on the replay every night. You are still the best streamer in crypto. I appreciate that, StakeX. Thank you very much. And that is the link to join the Discord there. Absolutely lies beneath. Thank you for posting that. Yeah, looking forward to Magic Upright Barista there. We are still claiming those as well. Yes, there are 0 scammers in the Hex Token Discord since we've gone private, and it's been much better. We've had much better environment. It's been really good. Jimmy, I DM the Patias link in Discord, says Brennan. Nice one. Merry Christmas. Woohoo! That's the way to go, Sandy Beach. We don't fall for the woke people, man. They're trying to destroy our society. We're not going to let them do it, man. We're going to push back. All right, the people are speaking. You can see some of the victories we've had around the world, and more. New Zealand, Argentina, where else? Netherlands, Italy. We're getting victories, folks. The people are winning over the globalists. At least we're having the pushback anyway. Let's say that much. So power to the people this Christmas. Keep your freedom. Don't trade your freedom for anything. because these guys will you know what they'll do. Anyway, let's see what the poll is there. We've got 20 people. Let's end it and let's see what the results are at the moment. I'm pretty keen on to see these results. So which project will have the highest TVL? Liquid Loans, 64%. So people still backing Liquid Loans there. Power City, 20%. PH Universe, 10%. 9inch, 5%. So there we go, folks. That is the poll. I think there's going to be a much closer battle between Liquid Loans and Power City. And PH Universe is going to continue to inflate as well. But definitely those top two, man, keep a lookout, man. That battle's going to be pretty serious. Going to be fun to see that play out, especially if we get a relativity play on PulseX as well. It's going to be fun to see. But definitely it's going to be really exciting. And, of course, a big shout out. So what do we got there? We've got Liquid Loans at the moment with Coast. It's about $23 million in stables. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's almost as big as DAI. It's probably very close to passing eDAI on Pulsechain. What a milestone that is. That's very close. Maybe in the day. It's that close, folks. Passing that. So it's going pretty epic. All right. So we're up to an hour and 10 minutes. I think that's a good place to finish. What do you guys reckon? I think we've had a fun show. The Pulsechain Christmas tree keeps on giving. That price chart just keeps on rising. And, of course, things just keep on getting better. It really is fun. PulseX buy and burn, 3% of the public supply. That's no joke as well. Definitely going to play out over time as we go inch up. Once we get to 4%, 5%, 6%, etc. The next couple of years going to be fun to see that. It's going to put more squeeze on the users. Obviously, you want to get the network effect as well going. And, of course, you get a bull market network effect. And the supply taken off the market really does help to bolster things really, really well. So looking forward to it, including, of course, protocols like Power City and Liquid Loans, taking that off the market and adding in leverage along with PH Universe. Really exciting to see that play out. All right. I think that's it. Let's play out some cool music on the way out, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. I certainly did. I was going to play something else, but I don't want to get into much trouble there. Or should I? Should I get in trouble today? Should I get in trouble? All right. I'm not going to get in trouble today. All right. Peace out, everybody. Take care. See you in Discord. Bye for now. Enjoy your day. Merry Christmas to everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow, right? I'll see you again tomorrow.
Well, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. And occasionally I think back to that twerk, Richard Hart bringing his game. Well, I didn't make the sacrifice 'cause I came too late, but day one I'm still making it rain. Oh, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about PulseX. Won't be long before I'm going to bed, wearing a Rolex. There's so much to love about it, I can't pick my favorite. It's almost better than sex. Well, oh, I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about PulseX. If you wanna be set up for life, you better stake your Hex. Might as well start with 5555, a financial suplex. Generational wealth is just a click away. It's a Nobel Prize worthy flex. If you wanna be set up for life, you better stake your Hex. A financial suplex, a Nobel Prize worthy flex. You better stake your Hex.